What's going on? It's James Trying for Fantasy Battle Reports. Got another battle report for today. It's the Adepticon Old World Team Tournament Round number 1, guys, what is going on? It's your boy James here. Somebody told me in my other video, stop fucking talking like a salesman, blah, blah, blah. And I'm going to tell you a big old F you, buddy. Don't watch my channel because this is the way I am, and it's just the way I'm going to be. Anyways, guys, what is going on? So if you guys watch my last 2 tournament videos, Indy took first place. Adepticon singles, I took first place. Can I go for a three-peat? Can I with my brother Jesse? And for the record, if you guys don't know, his name is Jesse and my name is James. Ta-da! Meowth. All right, guys. In this in this game, first of all, we were really stunned to find this judge who is the TO for this event. He looks just like our friend Joel. We really even sent pictures of him to Joel, and then Joel went there to Adepticon in Bolt Action and saw him, and he was like, "Holy shit, that guy looks like my twin." Anyways, he was the TO. This cool guy. He's gonna come up in a lot of the stories coming up into the next 2 rounds, obviously, because he was the main TO. He was just the main guy. I didn't really get to talk to him. I should have talked to him and put him on camera. I just didn't think about it, to be fair. All right. So let's go over our game here. Let's go over the round 1. First off, there's a picture of Todd. And let's go over the army. Now, I don't have the army list. I'm going to be straight up with you. I looked last night to get you guys the army list to figure out the points and all that. They don't have the army list. It's this guy's fault. Okay? It's this guy's fault. But they don't have the army list posted, which is just a pain in the ass, kicking the balls, right? So I'm going to go ahead and give you guys what's going on here. In this list, we are playing, my brother's playing Ogre Kingdoms. I am playing Orcs and Goblins. So the Giant is on my side. It's my Giant, Ruckus. My War Boss, he's on a Wyvern. Now, he has a Great Axe and, a Great Weapon, sorry, Great Axe, and a 5-up save. My brother has a regular Thunder Tusk, which is just the elephant. He has a, what is that called? An Iron Blaster. I have a Mangler Squid, which is Cujo. We have a Bull Dart, which is just basically 3 Ogre Bulls. That's it in a dart formation. We have the Iron, what do they call? Iron Guts. Over there, they look like man-eaters, but it's just 6 Iron Guts. They do have the banner that gives them the regeneration, but they pursue slower. Now, the big guy in the middle that's on the Giant Stonehorn, that's actually, right now, it is a Tyrant on a Thunder Tusk with the mace that the ogres get, which gives them like D3 wounds, extra attacks. Now, this guy's going to come up at the end of the story, but I'm going to point him out now. All right, and then I have a unit of Black Orcs with the big red raggedy flag. I got Baxter the Pyromaniac coming out, even though he's not a Pyromaniac anymore. He's more just kind of like a Moon Master. And then I have a unit of 15 Goblins with Fanatics. All right, guys, that is the list. That is it, okay? Now, for my opponents, I'm going to go ahead and just kind of zoom in over here. He has it's Empire and Tomb Kings. Now, we're playing this couple right here. This is Calvin. This is my last round opponent in singles, and then his wife. Now, his wife was just so fun to play against. I'm just going to say that right now. It reminded me of Mike Lies and Karen Lies, but Karen's a little bit more, how do I put this, eccentric. All right. For Magic, I ended up getting a 2-4-6. Our goal here was just to have me be the Magic caster, my brother bring the beef, and then basically kind of work with that. So 2-4-6 is a Foot of Gork, a Evil Sun Shining, and a Hand of Gork, and then we ended up taking the 3 out and switching it for Itchy Nuisance. Now, as you can see from my opponent, he has his Demigriffs on the left side there. He has his Rioters next to him, or his Outriders, excuse me. Necrosphinx next to them. Got a unit of Knights in Dart Formation. I think he's going to use them just as chaff. She has a unit of Tomb Guard in the center with a character inside. I think it's actually a BSB. She has a Wizard in the back, hiding back there behind the skeletons. She has the skeletons. The other Knights with the character. Now, if you guys saw my singles game, there was a character who has this spectral doppelganger, gets all the spells that he chooses because he has the lore familiar, and then he has the hammer. I think it's like the hammer of the hammer hand or hammer of the witches, something like that. That gives him like D6 wounds, all that shit. Oh my god, that thing is nasty. Unit of archer, skeleton horsemen, whatever they're called, the skeleton scouts, and then you can see there's an engineer back there, 2 cannons, and a unit of carrions and an ambushing scorpion. We had to actually look up which way the 2 scorpions, which way the scorpion technically faces. We figured it out. All right. Now, I'm going to go over deployment really quick. As you can see right here, we are playing with the center being the woods, quote unquote, even though it's just like rocky terrain. We're playing it with woods. So it's immediately when we start dropping, me and my brother are having this conversation of where this guy's cannons are going to be. He cannot target something on the other side of the woods. So I was like, it's a safe spot for our characters. We have 2 characters on monsters. We really got to kind of save them from getting cannoned off, right? So we're playing that using the terrain. There's a hill on the right side where my black orcs are standing on. That's a hill, so basically my general is protected from the hill or the trees. There's some clear shots that he could have got if he put the cannons directly where the knights are or the other hill. But overall, I'm okay right now. Excuse me. I'm yawning. I should have cut that out. Forgot. Anyways, moving on. Alright, so we ended up putting the Thunder Tusk as a gimme. Basically, he's either going to kill it or he's not going to kill it, but we're just going to put the Thunder Tusk on that side, put the Black Orcs next to them. What we're trying to do is we're trying to kill his cannons with our cannon, so that way it gives us chances for our monsters to live. We are a monster list. Look at this. There's a fucking 2 Thunder Tusks, a Wyvern, a Giant, and a Mangler Squig. Holy shit. Alright, now, he does have his guy with the freaking hammer. Again, I don't remember the name of the hammer, but the hammer is just a pain in my ass. Hold on, I got the Empire book open right here. It is called the Mace of Hellstrom. The Mace of Hellstrom. That thing is nasty, man. Holy shit. Anyways, that could be extremely dangerous for us, but more or less, we are aware of it, but at the same time, we're like, what's going to happen here? We started strategizing how to push forward. I don't know why I put my goblins there. I know that the fanatics will die in the trees, but what I was trying to do was trying to bait out the knights. Excuse me, I keep yawning. And on the left flank, we ended up putting, I think I put the Mangler out first, and then he countered with the Demigriffs and the Outriders, so then my brother decided just to push the Iron Guts on that side. So, more or less, and then his Tyrant is all the way on the left outside of the picture right here, right now. So that's kind of how we deploy. We're just kind of it was a little scattered, but it was trying to use the terrain, and we didn't even use the terrain to our best of our advantage, but we're just going to play it. We're just going to play it and see what happens. All right. Round 1. Empire and Tomb Kings, the Nevsgers. I can't even say that right, man. I'm just gonna butcher their name. Anyways, the Nevsgers. Now, right away he starts pushing she starts pushing the Tomb Guard up and the skeletons up. But he's gonna go ahead and use his shooting advantage. You can see the Demigriffs. Demigriffs go like 17 inches away from my brother's Tyrant, and this is going to come up in a minute, but the Necrosphinx pushes up, and more or less we're going to have to see how this game plays. The cannons start firing. Boom! 2 shots into the Thunder Tusk does, both of them hit, does 5 wounds. This thing only has 1 wound left, and basically we're just counting it as dead at this moment. We're just counting it as dead. We're like, oh, this thing's done for. Alright, over here he ends up doing a Column of Crystal right here in front of my Black Orcs, which really hampers what I was going to do, because I was going to push these guys aggressively, and they're just stuck. They're just stuck. That's all that really happened. I think his Outriders just weren't in range, or they missed. And the Skeleton Archers, I think, try to pick that extra wound, but just fail to hit roll at 6. It's going to start off turn 1. Orcs and Goblins and Ogres. The Brogercons. Alright, so I decide to start playing aggressive on my side. I moved the Mangler, instead of going straight up though, so I could get countercharged by all his shit, I decided to make a U-turn, or a right turn. That way. I moved the Goblins up, so that way if anything comes for the Mangler, I'm going to throw Fanatics into them the next turn. I move my General into the woods. I'm not, like, the charge from the Tomb Guard is kind of far, and his Knights I'm not really worried about if they get into my General. And again, if the Knights go into the general, I doubt I'm going to lose. If I do lose, I'm not going to lose that bad, and then I could just throw Fanatics into them the next turn. My Black Orcs are stuck, right? But we decided we're just going to shoot the freaking cannon. Now, my brother asks me, what do I do with this Thunder Tusk? Should I just push it? It's going to die next turn. And I said, what you do is you move the Thunder Tusk out of line of sight of his Knights. Go on the right flank of him. And if by chance he fails to wound you with the cannons, you're going to have a good charge. My brother's like, that's a great idea. I said, yeah, just, it forces him. I said, you don't want to hide him. I go, because if you hide him this early, basically, he's going to pick a new target. He's going to pick a cannon. He's going to pick my giant. He's going to pick my general. He's just going to start. I said, so just let him shoot that Thunder Tusk. And just don't have the Thunder Tusk near us. Just have him over there. And he's like, yeah, you know what? I'm going to do that. Okay. Now, his other Thunder Tusk, his Tyrant on the left, he decides to go up 16 inches, while the other guys are 16.1 inches away. That's going to come back around in a second. All right. My brother makes a very clear point to say the Iron Guts are 16.1. The guy's like, sure. But he didn't say that about the Thunder Tusk, the Tyrant. He didn't say that. First cannon shot. I'm like, Chewie, you gotta shoot his cannons with our cannon. Let's just do it. My brother, boom, misfires. Fuck. My first magic cast, I was gonna go ahead and do, I think a fireball. I rolled double ones. I fucking miscast. You serious? Basically, I think nothing else happened. I didn't really have any good range spells. I have Evil Sunshine and the Green Moon, and I think he stopped the Green Moon, the Foot of Gork, I mean, and he stopped that. And yeah, that's all that really happened on turn 1. Let's go into turn 2. Empire Kings. Turn 2. He doesn't declare a charge just yet. Oh, no, he does. My bad. He's going to charge with the Necrosphinx, and he's going to charge with the, I want to say the Knights. Yes, he does. So he does it like this, where it's a zigzag, okay? Now, he or she does 2 mistakes. Number 1 is charging my general through the woods, even though if the character flies, once they touch the terrain, they're still going to have to take the lower dice on the charge. So I was like, okay, that's fine. Number 2 is, I think they chose to do the Knights first, or the Necrosphinx first. Necrosphinx first. So they did the Necrosphinx first, and it fails the charge, and it blocks the charge from the Mangler. Huh. Interesting. Now you can see this Tomb Scorpion popped up right over there into the woods, into the Rocky Woods, and he decides to stay at 16.1 away from the Iron Guts, not unknowing to him that the Tyrant is 16. But basically, that's how the table looks. You can see he's starting to surround us with the Scorpion popping up, the Tomb Guard, the Knights with the Mace of Hulstrom. This is going to get pretty nasty pretty quick. Cannon, first cannon, misfires. Oh, second cannon hits the Thunder Tusk, goes to wound, and rolls a 1. I was like, oh shit, they tried to shoot the Skeleton Scouts, but the Skeleton Scouts missed him or didn't even wound him. And I was like, Jesse, they have a huge fucking problem. The huge problem, let me go back to this picture over here, is this Knight bus is literally giving up a flank to that Thunder Tusk. And he's like, what's the initiative? He's trying to do all the math. He's trying to figure out where to go, how to do this. And it's like not the end of their turn yet. So he's there talking, like strategizing, figuring it out because the cannons missed. And that was fucking huge. He was thinking about doing the Column of Crystal. I think I stopped the Column of Crystal, or he didn't do it again. I forgot what it was. But he couldn't do shit. And I'm over here just waiting. I'm like, dude, is it your turn over? Are you done with your shooting? There's no close combat. Are you done with your shooting? I kept on saying it, but they're in like a huddle, like, and I'm like, oh my god, this is gonna get nasty really quick. Turn 2, Orcs and Goblins and Ogre Cons, my Broger Cons. Charge! This fat fuck just charges in. He's like, okay, I'm gonna flee. So he flees. Now, for the record, I don't have a good, clean picture of it, but I'm pretty sure he was supposed to pop out a little bit more to the west. Okay, he kind of went straight south instead of going center to center. And center to center, I think he would have popped out the other side of the Tomb Guard, closer to my general, and I would have pushed him off the edge. But it happened so fast, and I'm like, kind of like, what happens? I was planning on, if based on the angle I saw it at, if he fled center to center, he would have popped through the tomb guard, and then my general would have pushed him off or charged into him. And he can't even run again because once you flee, you only get one flee roll per phase, kind of a deal, or something like that, right? So I could have probably just caught him with my general. I think he knew that, and I think that's why he just ran south. And I was like, and again, this is the same guy from the last game who was just kind of like angry that he failed all these what do they call panic rolls. So I'm like, man. So it's okay. It's okay. What happens is going to happen anyways. So I think we just failed that charge in general, right? Whatever. So I decide to charge the knights with my general. Let me go back to this picture again. And then my mangler decides to roll like a 16 or some shit and go towards the Sphinx. Actually, I think I hit the knights. Now, on the left side, at 16 inches, my brother decides to charge the tyrant, and he goes, "You can't, you're 16.1. And my brother goes, "No, I said the iron guts are 16.1. I never said shit about the tyrant." And he's like, "Son of a bitch, if I would have known, I would have just moved back," and he was upset about that. My brother charges in there, okay? And that's going to be nasty, okay? That's just going to be nasty. I tell him to push the iron guts up aggressively right now, because if we get stuck or whatever, we want the iron guts to just start punching wounds in. The cannon shoots and only does 1 wound, or 2 wounds. Over here, I'm going to go ahead and do my fireball. I do the fireball into his scorpion. I end up killing the goddamn scorpion. Ha! That was just luck. And then impact hits. Impact hits from Cujo. Boom! 6 hits. Kills the knights. I mean, I just decimate those knights. Overrun into his Sphinx, and that's going to go into my next round. Over here, oh my god. Impact hits does 2 wounds. Okay. But my brother's general goes. He has the ogre mace. I don't know what it's called, but it's the one that just basically does like D3 or D6 wounds. I think it's D3 wounds per hit, but it's extra attack, armor piercing 3. The thing is nasty. My brother kills 3 demigryphs. 3 demigryphs. Okay. The other guy's going to flee, and my brother's going to chase him down, and I think it causes a panic on his riders, and his outriders, are going to start running. I drop a Foot of Gork, and the Foot of Gork accidentally goes backwards on my turn, or at the start of his turn, and at this point, before I go into turn 3, Empire of Kings, he asks my brother, "What character is that?" My brother's like, "It's a tyrant." He goes, "And that's on a Thunder Tusk?" He's like, "Yeah." You see him going through the books. You see him looking at the rules pack, and I'm like, something going on over there, right? But we're going to keep on moving. First things first, he goes to rally, and his curse from the first game that I played him in, Adepticon, continues as he fails to rally. These guys don't run far, though. They only run like 4 or 5 inches, but it puts them right at the board edge. I'm trying to think what this... Oh, she miscast on a spell. The miscast just, boom, blows up a bunch of skeletons. So what she ends up doing is she ends up charging these carrions into the rear of my Blackworks, which I thought was hilarious, but she was so excited to do it. She's like, I'm going to do it. She's doing it to stall my unit. If my unit gets a rear charge and her carrions kill like 2 or 3 of my guys, and I just lose by like a rear charge and like 3 wounds, and I'll be maybe killing 1 or 2 carrions. She'll, even if she crumbles a little bit, she'll be fine. So I think that's what she's planning on. She charges the skeletons into Ruckus, and she charges. We ended up putting the bull dart into the woods to stop the tomb guard from getting into my general. That gets in there. And then shooting over here. She's gonna shoot both cannons. Boom! First one kills the Thunder Tusk. But you know what? The Thunder Tusk did a great job. Second cannon. Boom! Into my general. Oh, 3 wounds. Don't do that, man. Don't do that. And I think it's because I have just a tip into the forest. I think if I was on the other side of the forest entirely, he couldn't even bother shooting me through the woods. The Outriders end up killing off one of the ogres, the Iron Guts here, and then like I said, she ends up killing off looks like 2 Black Orcs. She has a rear charge and 2 wounds. I ended up doing, it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have 2 from the banner, 1 from the rank. I did about 3 wounds total. She's gonna lose a little bit, but I think she's just fine there. The fight with Ruckus ends up rolling a thump with a club. and ends up killing off. Looks at one, no, actually, it's not thump with the club. It was a 6. So I end up getting jump up and down. Holy shit! So I end up killing off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 skeletons just with jump up and down. Thunderstomp, I kill a couple more. She's gonna crumble a bit, but this fight is going to continue on. Actually, I don't. I let her go back. She gives ground, and I turn this way to threaten not only the Tomb Guard's flank, if she wants to overrun, but also the sorcerer dude that's chilling back there, her pharaoh or whatever it is. It's not a pharaoh. What the hell is that? You know what I mean? The bad guy. What is it? The priest? Tomb King? Necrotech? I don't know. I don't fucking know. Anyways, stop bugging me. Tomb Guard ended up killing off the Ogre Bulls. 2 of them. The last one runs this way, kind of getting in my way. But it's fine. It is what it is. And she turns this way, basically kind of blocks where I wanted to do with Ruckus. So now Ruckus has choices, but kind of is just stuck there right now. Over here, the Mangler gets wounded once, twice. 3 times. Okay, 3 times. The Mangler gets wounded 3 times. The Mangler ends up doing a couple wounds onto this guy, but this guy's going to hold for another round. It's going to start off my turn. Orcs and Goblins, turn 3. Orcs and Goblins and Ogre Cons, the Kingdoms, turn 3. I charge the guys off the table. Of course I do. Why wouldn't I charge them off the table? I contemplated redirecting into the flank of his Tomb Guard. I failed the redirect. Oh, okay. Over here, the cannon, boom, misfires. God damn, cannon. The Black Orcs end up killing off the last of... Oh, no. The misfire blows up the cannon and takes it off for the game of play. The Black Orcs do kill off the last carrion and charge into the skeletons here. Ruckus also charges into the skeletons there. And as you can see, this is the aftermath of Black Orcs killing off this many skeletons. And he ended up getting the Mighty Swing. Ruckus, and Ruckus just kills off the unit. It puts me in a good position, roughly. Like, I could use Ruckus as chaff, I could use the Black Orcs as a threat, but let's see what happens. Over here, he ends up killing off my Mangler, turning towards my general, and that's going to be that. It's going to be turn 4. Turn 4, Tomb of the Empire. Or Empire of Tomb Kings. I don't know. Just Empire of Skeletons. Empire Bones. His Outriders failed to rally. This guy is pissed. Again, pissed. This happened to him yesterday. Yesterday. He basically kept on failing those rally checks right at the board edge, and basically kind of left this whole side open. As you can see, the table over here, the whole fight's happening over here. The guy did rally the single ogre from the ogre dart, and we just moved him back in the way to chaff for right now. Yeah, he's going to charge into my general there. He's going to charge into the single ogre bull, and there we go. The cannons are going to go off. Boom! They start killing off Black Orcs, killing off 2 of them. Over here, my general ends up killing this guy before he even goes. I think he might have done a wound to me, actually, to be fair. But I end up killing him off. You don't fuck with Warboss Dread, man. You don't fuck with him. And now, even though he charged me, I think I actually fail a restrain check. So even though he charged me, I'm just going to run forward and just kind of go that way, which kind of sucks. Over here, he... Don't know what he did here. Or she. It's going to be my turn, though. Orcs and Goblins' turn, whatever turn this is. I'm going to go ahead and give them a Itchy Nuisance to lower their initiative and also lower their toughness. I'm going to go ahead and put up... what the hell was this? I think this was Bad Moon. And then I'm going to go ahead and shoot him, I think. I got him with the Itchy Nuisance. I'm going to charge him with Black Orcs. What ends up happening here is I fail to charge because I'm going through the woods, and I roll a 1 and like a 5. So the 5 would have got in, but the 1 just did not get in. He is going to have a chance to countercharge. As you can see, we're just surrounding these guys at this moment. We're just put everybody around them. It's fine. And then I shoot magic missiles into this guy. I end up doing 5 wounds or 4 wounds. Now, he only has like a 5-up ward or a 5-up armor. I forgot what it was. But I did 5 wounds. I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to kill this guy with a fireball. Nope. No kill. She made every armor save with 6s and 5s. Holy shit. That's the last picture we have right here. Okay, the guy lives. All that's left on the table is the Tomb Guard. Our opponent, Calvin, comes up to us and goes, you guys have an illegal list. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, you guys have a model that's over 300 points, and he points at the Tyrant, and just the Tyrant alone is like 180 points, and then like the Thunder Tusk is like 120, and not including like the 70-point weapon that he took. I was like, ugh. And he's like, yeah, this list is illegal, and you should tell the ref. Okay, that's fine. We're gonna tell the ref. It was an honest mistake. Started looking at everything else. I had one extra Black Orc. I took the Black Orc out, and I actually got an extra Fanatic, but the main perpetrator was that Tyrant. The Tyrant was the worst perpetrator on that. I'm really glad I didn't make a list with the Spider, because the Spider would have been just illegal entirely. So I'm glad I brought Ruckus just for fun. I figured 2 monsters is better than 1 kind of a deal. But we're going to go up to the ref. We tell the ref, hey, ref, we made an honest mistake. The ref's like, yo, don't worry about it. It happens. He's like, just give us, during lunch, come up with a better list that everybody's under 300 points. You can't have 1 unit model over 300 points is the rule. So, or 1 unit, I should say. So we had to go back to the drawing board during lunch, which was fine. My brother actually just happened to bring extra models, so we're like, we're just going to use those extra models. He had a Gorger and a Bruiser, and we ended up just taking the same character, but it's a Hunter on a Thunder Tusk with no extra weapon. I think the extra weapon was just like a Sword of Might. So it kind of worked out. We kind of had the points for it. We just had to use it. Yeah, so we ended up winning pretty big. We ended up winning a full 20-0. We had over 1,600 points more than our opponent. But again, I don't have the pictures or the totals because they didn't put them up on the website. All right, let's go over what I had to say with my brother, and let's go over the ending here. What's going on, guys? So I didn't get a video with my opponent. It's the same opponent from yesterday, from South Dakota. You're in the video. All right, but it's the same opponent from South Dakota as yesterday. The game did not go in his favor. There was a issue that we had with our lists that I admit. We talked to the judges. We're going to fix that. But our car is that way, I think.
Yeah.
All right. So anyways, Jesse, you want to talk about how the game went?
I was pretty happy. My Lord went into his hippogriffs, popped 3 of them on the charge. And I think he put 2 wounds on the last one, right? Pretty much I took care of the whole left flank and took out all the it's Empire, right?
It was Empire, yeah.
Yeah, I took out the whole Empire army.
Hey, Cash.
What's going on, brother?
Come here. No, you're on camera.
No.
Why weren't you at the indie tournament, man? For the old world.
Sports.
Sports?
Kids play lots of sports.
Okay. All right, so your kids.
My kids.
I don't know if you're talking about other kids.
No, my kids. See, bro. So yeah, the ogres took out the Empire pretty good. James handled the Tomb Kings, and he has lots of practice with Tomb Kings. So
Look at Phil Carl.
I think it was a pretty good match for us.
Yeah, it was. I'm going to say this. The wife was a blast to play with.
Yeah.
She was really fun. She was very knowledgeable.
Yeah.
Extremely knowledgeable.
She knew her game.
She did. I was afraid of going into the Tomb Guard by myself. I was fine because I debuffed them with magic, but I failed the charge by 1. And then besides that, I think I do think he made a mistake. He should have shot Ruckus with the cannons that one turn. He shot Black Orcs instead. And I was like, that was just a waste. He could have got a couple 100 points. But besides that, I think the game went really well for us. We got almost 1,700 points off of them. They got about 500 or 600 from us, so we got a crushing win. 20-0. Anyways, that's it. Peace. So as you can see, we did go up to the judge, basically tell him our issue. It puts us in a weird spot, I'm going to be honest with you guys, because my brother did destroy his Demigryphs with the D3 weapon, okay? My brother believes he would have destroyed the Demigryphs anyways because he had impact hits and the amount of attacks he had, even with the Sword of Might, but the guy would have had better armor saves. Don't know. And the guy even said it after the game. He goes, you guys are going to win anyways, but he just wanted us to go to the ref, right? So coming back, I just kind of got a couple pictures of just models that I saw on display on the at Adepticon. More or less, we are, big win first round. We're pretty much at top tables. We ended up getting good paint points. We actually saw our paint score ahead of time. I ended up getting 45. I think the only thing that they said was I didn't have maximum conversions, which I was like, what? And it's funny too because I brought these models and I actually have a bunch of models that are super converted, and these aren't them. These are just the different ones that I brought, you know, more stock. But I'm like, that's still kind of crazy because I literally have goblins that are not regular goblins. These are goblins from the Ragnarok kit with like chaos helmets and empire helmets, and I'm like, dude, it's literally everything. Like, I think the 50% of the more of the models had to be converted. And I was like, dude, just goblins alone is 15 models, and then the Blackworks also had similar stuff. So anyways, yeah, whatever, it's okay. um Going into the next round, I ended up playing this guy right here, Broderick, and his wife. I don't have his full name because I don't have the lists. I don't have the lists. I was like, oh, this sucks. This sucks. But I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to play Roderick. This game is going to be a lot of fun when I get to it. The game goes no direction that I thought it was going to, and that's why it was a hell of fun to play. But yeah, until then, guys, until next time. Any kind of questions or feedback, guys, please leave it down below. If you guys haven't subscribed, subscribe already. Don't know what you're waiting for. Also, I'm going to go ahead and post this. I ended up finishing off this guy's Dark Elf banners. Just sent them in like two or 3 days ago. Sent them back to him in Oregon. But these Dark Elf banners are fucking beautiful. He ended up paying for the commission service. Guys, you should get yourself some badass banners like this. Look at this. Look at this Hydra. Look at it. Look at it. Anyways, the Hydra came out great. The Kraken, the Skullkin, I call it, came out great. And guys, he is really happy with how they came out. Got some models coming in from Joe from Miami. But also, if you guys want your models done after Joe, right now my desk is open. Besides John stuff, besides the 200 skeletons, never again. So yeah, if you guys want more stuff done, please reach out to me. I am doing commissions on paint jobs. And mainly banners, but also monsters, characters, war machines, etc. The fun stuff. The fun stuff. Don't give me 200 skeletons. Please don't. Please don't. Anyways, guys, besides that, go to movementtrade.com. I still have to reach out to Dan and Klaus and basically get myself some trays. I am looking for what tournaments are coming up roughly in the Midwest, so that way I can kind of plan ahead to what tournament I could go to. After these 3 games at Adepticon, I don't have more games to post because I don't have any games to get ready for. I am really in a slump right now where it's a dry time where more tournaments haven't came up yet, but I know they're brewing. I know Grant Feder was talking about bringing in Blood in the Sun, and I know Andrew Sherman was talking about Ocon, and then I even know Tom McGee was talking about Michigan GT. So there's tournaments coming up, but they haven't shown up yet, and I don't know what tournament to get ready for. And if I don't know what tournament to get ready for, why would I be playing? Because I don't know if the lists are going to be 2,000 points, 2,500 points. I don't know if they're going to have specific rules on yada yada yada. I want to make sure I'm getting ready with what I'm playing. Anyways, guys, that's all I got for you right now, man. It was a fun game. Me and my brother got the victory. Yeah, that's about it for right now. All right, guys, and until next time, take care and peace.